You didn't fix that problem alone because you wanted to. You did it because deep down, you knew nobody was coming to save you. You sat in your room, looked at your phone, and realized there wasn't a single name you could call without feeling like an inconvenience. So you handled it. Like you always do. You put on that quiet, calm face, you figured out a solution, and you closed the chapter. To the rest of the world, you looked disciplined, you looked functional, but inside, you just felt lonely. And when people praise you for being strong, it doesn't feel like a compliment anymore. It feels like a sentence. They tell you how much they admire your independence, how amazing it is that you never ask for anything, that you never break, that you always have your life together. But they don't see the exhaustion behind that mask. They don't see the moments where you are drowning in plain sight, hoping someone will notice the water. But nobody notices because you've become too good at pretending you can swim. Think about the last time you were physically sick or emotionally overwhelmed. Your first instinct wasn't to reach out. Your first instinct was to hide. You waited until you were completely functional again before you texted anyone back because you have this unwritten rule in your head. I am only allowed to exist around people when I am pleasant, useful, or strong. You've built a life where you are everyone's safety net. You are the one who listens to the midnight breakdowns, the one who fixes the problems, the one who shows up at the airport or stays late to help. But when the roles are reversed, the silence is deafening. You look around your life and realize you have 100 friends when things are good, but not a single person you can cry in front of. You started to believe that your value is tied to how little you need people. You wear your hyper independence like a heavy piece of armor, convincing yourself that it's a superpower. You tell yourself stories. I just prefer doing things my own way. People always slow me down. I'm just highly self reliant. But if you are completely honest with yourself in the dark, it isn't preference, it's terror. You are terrified of the moment you actually lean on someone only for them to step aside and watch you fall. You are terrified of vulnerability because, in your past, vulnerability was a trap. Think back. Remember the time you actually lowered your guard? The time you admitted you needed someone? What happened? They either made you feel like a burden or they used your weakness as ammunition the next time they got angry. Your brain recorded that pain. It saved it like a survival file, and it made a promise to protect you. It whispered, if we never need anyone, nobody can ever disappoint us again. So you built the wall. High, thick, impenetrable. Now you operate like an island. You pay for everything yourself. You fix your own car. You heal your own wounds. And you never, ever say the words, I need help. And that's the psychological trap most people live in for their entire lives without realizing it. Your independence isn't a personality trait, it's a trauma response. In psychology, there is a concept called hyperindependence, and it usually develops when the people who were supposed to care for you early in life were emotionally unavailable, unpredictable, or conditional. You learned as a child or in a past relationship that relying on others was unsafe. You learned that if you wanted something done, you had to do it yourself. So, your brain rewires its definition of safety. It stops looking for safety in human connections because connections equal danger. Instead, it starts looking for safety in control. If you control the money, you control the space, and you control the narrative. You control the outcome. If you don't let anyone in, you don't have to worry about them leaving. It feels empowering at first. It feels like freedom. You look down on people who are needy or dependent, but it's a fake freedom. It's a prison with a view because you aren't actually choosing to be alone out of peace. You are being forced into isolation by your own fear. You aren't protecting yourself from pain. You are just protecting yourself from being seen. The walls you built to keep the pain out are the exact same walls keeping the love out. You secretly resent people for not helping you, but you never give them the target to hit. If someone offers to pay for dinner, you argue for the bill. If someone offers to drive you to the hospital, you say you'll take an Uber. If someone asks how you're doing, you say, good, just busy. You reject them before they can reject you. You push them away, and then, when they walk away, you use their departure as proof. You look around the empty room and say, "See, I knew it. I really am alone. Nobody cares." But you staged the room. You turned off all the lights, locked the door, and then complained that it was dark. You are testing people with a test they don't even know they are taking. You expect them to read through your coldness, through your "I got it," and see the screaming child inside who just wants to be held. But the world doesn't work that way. The real problem is that you are desperately waiting for someone to break through those walls. But you've made the walls too high for anyone to climb. You don't actually want to be fiercely independent forever. You are exhausted. Your bones hurt from carrying the weight of your own life and often the lives of everyone around you. You are just waiting for a magical person who cares enough to see past your "I'm okay." Someone who looks at your strength and says, "You can put the heavy things down now. I have you." But by playing the role of the unbreakable warrior, you only attract people who want to be protected, not people who want to protect you. You attract people who need a fixer, a savior, a parent. And so, your relationships become one-sided, which further proves your theory that people only take and never give. It's a vicious cycle. You act strong, you attract weak people, they drain you, you get hurt, and you build the wall even higher. When you act like you have everything under control, people believe you, not because they don't care, but because you are a very good actor. You need to realize something today. Asking for help is not a confession of weakness. It is an act of defiance against your fear. It is allowing yourself to be human in a world that demands you to be a machine. You do not have to earn your right to exist by being useful all the time. You don't need to be the therapist of your friend group, the perfect worker, or the savior of your family to be loved. You are allowed to have bad days where you produce absolutely nothing. You are allowed to need a hand to hold when the panic sets in. The world will not fall apart if you stop carrying it for 24 hours. It will keep spinning. Stop punishing the people in your present for the mistakes of the people in your past. Not everyone is going to drop you. Not everyone thinks you are a burden. But you will never find out who those safe people are if you keep hitting them with your shield. Let it drop. Just a little bit. Tonight, when someone asks how your day was, don't say good. Say, honestly, it was really hard. And just see what happens. Give people the chance to love you when you are broken. Because you've been strong for long enough. It's time to be safe.